Hello, Minnewaska. I'm going to be showing you how to use the Smart Recorder for making your lessons for distance learning. I used the Screenomatic just so you could follow along with my screen so you could see what I was doing. So I'm right here in Smart Notebook. I made a lesson for the fifth graders at Minnewaska here, and it's lesson 9.9. And what you should do is you should find this Smart Recorder, as you can see right here. If you cannot find that on your toolbar, you can go over here to Settings, take a look for the Smart Recorder, and it's right there, and simply you just click it and you drag it up to the toolbar, and then you can have it. So there's my Smart Recorder. I'm going to click on that Smart Recorder so it appears like this. So when you're doing this, you wouldn't have to go through Screenomatic. You would be able to do it just through Smart Notebook. And then you go ahead and press record, and now it's recording anything I'm doing here. So I'm going to pretend like you're my students, and you're going to be able to see kind of what a practice math lesson would look like. So, all right, good morning, kids. We're going to be working with the volume of right prisms today. Let's do some mental things that we've gone over. Prisms are three-dimensional shapes. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you think that's true or false. So do you believe a prism has three different shapes to it? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Yes, it has three different sides to it, okay? A rectangular prism is formed by 8 flat surfaces. So if you're thinking about a rectangular prism, that would be a shoebox that you'd have in your house. Is it formed by 8 different flat surfaces? There's a bottom, there's a top, then how many sides go around? Do you think it's 8 or do you think it's 6? The answer, kids, is 6, so that is false. The amount of space enclosed by a three-dimensional shape is measured in cubic units. Do you think it's written like this, kids? Do you think it's really like if it's measured inches, and then kids, I'm using inches cubed. Think it's actually like that? If you think it's true, thumbs up. False, thumbs down. Thumbs up. That is how you're going to be labeling this today. The volume of a prism is the area of its base. Do you think that's true? The answer is false because you have to find the area of the base and then multiply that by the height. So then, kids, let's take a look at some more things here. So we're going to be working with the words congruent and parallel. So are the two congruent and parallel faces, what are they called on a prism? They're called the bases of a prism. So we're going to be taking a look at this because our shapes, the bottom and the top, are going to be the same. Let's take a look at these pictures right here. We have a triangular prism, pentagonal prism, and a rectangular prism. The bases, it's called the triangular prism because the bases are both triangles. As you can see, the bottom and the top are exactly the same. Same thing with the pentagonal prism and a rectangular prism. This is really important in today's lesson, kids, because you're going to be noticing that when we're finding the volume of shapes. Take a look at this first triangular prism here. The bottom is the area of it's 15. So they already found the bottom for us. So here's our formula today. It says volume equals big B times H. That big B represents the area of the base. So if they already found that for us, we don't have to find that. So how would we find the volume? This would be 15, so that's the area of the base, times H. So our answer would be 15 times 10, which would be 150 centimeters cubed. And I don't have a mouse here. You could do this on a smartboard at school, teachers. But so the writing might get a little messy. You could also type that as well. All right, moving on to the next problem, students. Here's another triangular prism. So they found the area for us again. So the area of the base is 7. The height is 3. So the answer to this problem would be 21 centimeters cubed. Comes our next problem here. We have a rectangular prism here. So the base is 2 times 2, so we have to find that big B first. So 2 times 2 is the area is a 4 down here. So then I do the 4 times the height. So 4 times 4 would be 16 centimeter or inches. I apologize. Cubed. So it's a lot of the same routine. Find the volume. So you have the area of the base times the height. Ooh, we got a piece of chocolate cake here. So let's pretend that the base and the height are top base and the bottom base are exactly the same. The height's exactly the same. So the area of our base here is 5. The height is 3. So our answer would be 15 inches cubed. Now this could be done a lot neater if I had a mouse with me, but I don't have one at home. Here's an irregular shape here, but the bases are exactly the same, so the rule still applies. So we could go 30 times 8, which would give 3 times 8 would give me a 24. I'd add the 0 to it to make it a 240 centimeters cubed. Kids, you can always rewind or fast forward, skip ahead, or go back, take a look. Looks like a Minecraft shape here. So we have the base would be 3 times 3, which would give me 9 down here for the base. The area of the base would be, so my big B would be a 9. And then my height would be a 3. And then 3 times 9 would be 27. And once again, kids, make sure that we are labeling it correctly with 27 inches cubed. So we have any more challenging problems coming up here. This one looks fun. So here we have a shape that looks like a T. So I'm going to show you how to break this down here. So basically we have a top rectangle that looks like this, and we have a bottom rectangle that looks like this. So I would say that we should probably draw that out to the side so kids you can kind of see what this would look like. So this top one looks like we have an 8 here and a 5 here. 8 for the length, 5 for the width. Down here we have a 6 for the width and a 7 here for the length. So if I'm trying to find the volume of this shape, I have to go 8 times 5 to get 40 for this top part of the T. And then I have to go 6 times 7, which is 42, for the other part. So my total area of the base would be 40 plus 42, which would be 82. Okay. And my height of my entire shape looks like it's a 7. So just like before, so my 82 would be my big B. And then my 7 would be my height. So 82 times 7. So you would be able to use scratch paper, kids, on the side. You could probably beat me because I'm using this keypad. 2 times, or 7 times 2 is 14. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 1 is 57. So my answer to this problem is 574 inches cubed. Okay. Our next problem looks like this. So we have 13 for the area of the base. So don't get confused by this crazy shape. It's all the same thing. So I'd have a 13 here. My height would be a 4. So you go 13 times 4 will give me my volume of this shape. So 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we have 52 centimeters cubed. So that's today's lesson, kids, on finding the volume. So when you open up your math journals, this is going to be your assignment today. Today's assignment looks like this. You're going to be doing math journal page 324, 325, and 326 is a math box page. Let's take a look at what these pages even look like. I'll change my cursor here. Here's 324. You can see a lot of the same type of problems that we were working here. Please take a look at this one right here. There's a problem on this page that might kind of confuse you a little bit. But when you're finding the area of this, I want you to take a look at what that shape really looks like on the side. And I'm going to draw it for you so you have an idea of how that looks. Flip this around. But teachers, you're going to have to kind of give some kids some direction. So then write down a 4, and a 5.7 there. So kids, I really want you to decide which one of those numbers is most important when finding the area of that and times the height. Here's the next page 2. We already saw a problem that looks a lot like this. But yeah, kids, you should be able to figure this stuff out really well. Right here, they didn't find the area for you, so you're going to have to find the area of that triangle. And we've worked on this in previous lessons. Half the base times the height will give you that area of that triangle and multiply it by the height. And then here is 326, your math box. So teachers, once you're done explaining the lesson, then this is how you're going to have to stop this right here. And when you stop that recorder, it automatically just has you put it in a spot. I'm going to put it on the desktop, and I'm going to name it. This is on my computer right now. I'm going to name this 9.9 distance practice. Okay, so you see the label it. You're going to save it. It's going to start saving, so might take a little bit of time just because the longer the video, it looks like that video was about 9 minutes long. But it's a nice way to kind of see how this works here. So as this is recording, and you should kind of notice that video itself was about a 9 or 10 minute video. And the nice thing with the smart recorder, it's not going to show your face like I'm doing right now. I just did this so you could kind of follow along with me. But yeah, so then once you have this video saved, then you can put this onto YouTube. And that's my suggestion for you, because when videos start getting a little longer, you might wonder where to put it. Can I go on to see? So it's better if you can kind of save it as a link. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And I'm going to have that happen in my next video.